Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Mike the Great here, and today, here joining me on this video is Buzz Lightyear, the coolest toy ever owned. Of course, he can fly, he can shoot lasers, and of course, he can talk.
I am Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, and you guys pretty much know the rest. Of course, you know this guy's a little beat up, but that's only because I just got him back from Sunnyside Daycare. So the reason why he's with us, of course, is because today I'm going to be talking about the new movie Lightyear. I actually just saw it a couple of days ago, but I can finally make this video, so it'll be pretty exciting. And just remember, of course, you like this video. Remember to subscribe if you want more of these, and I believe this is about like another one of my early reviews at this point. So I wanted to start off doing a little background real quick. So Toy Story has actually been a part of my life for a pretty long time, even when I was like very young. Like I believe it was one of the first two or some of the first animated movies that I had ever watched. Toy Story 3 came out when I was in elementary school, so I was obviously the perfect age to go see it in theaters. And just about a few years ago, years after it came out, my parents had bought me the Toy Story 3 video game. This is actually one of the first video games that I had ever played. And of course, you can see if you're somebody from that timeline who saw Toy Story 3 around elementary school, you probably like had that same experience that I did. But anyway, Toy Story is just one of my absolute favorite animated movie franchises, and I've had this guy and we've known each other for quite a while, and most of that is because of the character of Buzz Lightyear. So this movie has actually been in my mind for a pretty long time. Like I always had that idea. What if they made a movie where Buzz was an actual space ranger? And like, yeah, I wonder like how that would look like if I saw it in theaters, and if it would have all the ideas and stuff that I always thought about in my head. Playing with these kind of scenarios. If there was an actual moment where you would fight Zerg up in space, and then this movie, I was pretty excited to see this movie more than most people. I know it doesn't seem as if the internet has been doing a lot to advertise, like doing a lot to praise this movie as much as I think it would. But I'm a huge Toy Story fan, so when I heard that about this movie, I was pretty excited. And when I watched it in the theater, I was pretty excited. And a couple of things I was surprised about was a lot of the humor that I got to see in this movie. Chris Evans, of course, has a lot of nice personality to him. Just like all the kinds of stuff that he would say, he would go around. I always I think he's probably possibly the perfect type to play Buzz Lightyear, just in my mind, because all the stuff that he stood for as Captain America, standing as a hero for truth and justice, and a good leader. I think that Buzz Lightyear was the perfect choice for him, and the fact that he could deliver some of this nice little humor to him, like anything that he said, going around with the rookie stuff, or I don't know, just whether he's talking to whether he's talking to the cat. It's just like a lot of nice stuff, funny moments from Chris Evans. Even anything like get out of him from some of his other films, like Knives Out, some of his other appearances. But it's not just Chris Evans. Like this movie just had a lot of pretty hilarious moments in there as I was watching it, and that's what has been surprising me from a lot of these animated movies, is just what they can do with it. Whether mostly the biggest standout has been Socks, of course. Yeah, just he's kind of like a different, like an alternate, like a combination of C-3PO and R2-D2 as together, but as a cat. He can do a lot of funny stuff. Of course, I said in my Woody's reaction video, I don't know if you guys saw it. Of course, he can do stuff like shoot darts out of his mouth. And even that one moment in the movie, he's like, he overrode my override. Ow! Just a lot of, I really enjoyed the cat. Of course, Socks. And he also, I liked a lot from, there were some, of course, as I saw in the theater, had some issues with Taika Waititi's character. He is like a bit of a Jar Jar Binks type, making a couple of these mistakes. I enjoy seeing Taika Waititi in animated movies, especially. So it was a lot of funny stuff. Even like some of the other new recruits that Buzz has on his journey. I really like how this movie, just how it like brought into a bunch of my expectations, is that giving Buzz a bunch of these responsibilities is kind of like the I don't know if you saw the documentary Beyond Infinity from Disney Plus. Well, how they phrased it, it's the same thing. Like just giving Buzz these responsibilities of what an actual hero would do instead of the responsibilities that a toy would have, because of course he's a leader, so he of course has to take care of taking after some of the rest of Star Command, not just as a hero of Star Command, and doing all that, he ends up like 50 years, of course, behind his timeline, and just gets brought into this new world where he now has to like catch up on. It's actually almost similar to, now that I think about it, it's actually almost similar to Captain America, Steve Rogers' character. He travels, of course, a bunch of years through time, like over 50 times, and all the people that he knew, they're now all gone, and now he's just like doing the exact same thing where he has to be a hero. He has to like continue his mission. It's almost similar to Captain America. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that until now, but it's just like nice seeing how the Buzz Lightyear character has been given all these responsibilities. Of course, I also, there was also like a lot of nice action put inside there. Of course, we were giving a bunch of these new abilities for him with the new altered laser that goes on, or even the new weapon as using. It's just like a bunch of these things to like show off different versions, traits of his karate chop action. There he's holding that little, it's kind of like that Stormtrooper lightsaber like thing. Slash it, or even his new laser, of course, and I was a little nervous once I saw this in the movie whether they were gonna include his flight abilities, but I just really enjoyed that last moment where he takes out Zerg, where you finally see see the space wings come out. It's like, not today, Zerg, and shoots it out. So even though like I don't think the internet has been giving this movie a lot of credit, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm a huge Toy Story fan, so maybe that's why I enjoyed it. Why I enjoyed it a lot. It was also a lot nice from, I don't know her name, Kiki Palmer. Just seeing this Kiki Palmer's character, just seeing this new different kind of Lightyear Space Ranger that's afraid of space, which which now looking at it, it's like what any kids her age could like actually relate to. Just the idea of a space ranger who is afraid of space and just wants to like goes out and conquers her fears. It's like nice to see all that stuff take place in the Toy Story. This is like the perfect kind of setting to take some of that stuff in, because of course we haven't seen that actual version of the world of Star Command in the Toy Story movie, and this is where we got to see it. So nice little touches in there. Also, Kiki Palmer is like a nice little young actress to see in some of these movies. At least I think that's her name. But some of my disappointments, of course, would be I'm about to talk serious spoilers here, but some of the stuff that they were doing with Zerg, I don't really think adds up on some of my expectations with this movie. Of course, going back with what they represented in the Toy Story movies. Of course, with Zerg as Buzz's arch enemy, and the guy who, of course, we noticed like in Toy Story 2 where they have that little Star Wars spoof kind of thing, like where he says, "You killed my father." No, I am your father. That's what I expected for them to do in this movie. Like, and we kind of got a glimpse of that, but instead they decided to do this thing where Buzz is actually. There was another variant of Buzz who had time traveled through space and from another timeline was kidnapped by who was almost kidnapped by Star Command, and instead of what they did with Zerg, instead of being his father, is actually this variant who wants to harness the power of crystallic fusion and like complete his mission in a totally different way. So pretty much Zerg, this guy we've known for 20 years, is actually a whole another older version of Buzz. I don't really like some of that stuff, what they did with some of that stuff. I think Zerg, because we've known Zerg for a long time, he's pretty much the only other guy in the world of LIGHTYEAR, Star Command stuff that we've seen in the other Toy Story movies besides Buzz. So I think they could have done a lot more with Zerg. I think I was a little disappointed by that. But that was pretty much my only criticism, is that we didn't get a lot of Zerg and a proper version of Zerg that I think could have stood out. But I think it was a nice addition. I really like this movie as an addition to the Toy Story franchise, and I really hope it'll be pretty cool if of course you can disagree with me, but I think it would be pretty cool if this movie actually got a sequel. Another animated movie sequel, seeing Zerg strike back or something like that, and just seeing another more of this world in the world of Lightyear. Yeah, I think this was a nice way to continue the Toy Story franchise, and a nice concept, nice idea that led me to making some of these videos. And of course, some of you may not be as interested in this one, but I am a huge fan of Toy Story, so I love this movie. That's pretty much all I have to say. Remember to like and subscribe, of course, if you want more of these reviews, and thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you later.